was I? Oh, yes, I was telling you about my father, but he's dead, so I'll tell you about my mother. Yeah. First, I wasn't allowed to call her that. I had to call her Amanda. One time I slipped, she slapped me in the face.
2?
Oh, she was really gorgeous until those endless bouts with alcohol and even drugs. Now, I, of course, was never gifted with anything approaching exquisite looks, which is all too obvious to deny.
2.5?
And you know, I think she really detested me for that, as well as for the fact that I didn't have a figure like hers. Now, she was so well endowed that she easily found work as a lingerie model in her earlier years.
2 3/4?
I have pictures from the newspapers showing her in scanty underwear.
2 7/8?
I continue to hold on to them. Your guess is as good as mine.
3. Well?
Well, what? I'm not finished. So count to 3 again if you wish.
Why should I stand here and hear about your mother when I've got one of my own that I don't like? So, give me the 10 spot I asked for.
Nothing doing. So, with sweet Charlie and the brother's gone, Amanda sank, as we might say, into a swamp of immorality. After making the rounds with men, she settled finally with this barber named Harry. Oh, he was a fixture around our place for quite some time. I couldn't begin to tell you how many abortions he made. How's that for sordid living? Something which you, by the way, have been spared, haven't you? Am I right? Tell the truth.
What of it? Both my parents career Marines. And that's awful, but it's just as worse having a kid sister who acts as my own personal top sergeant, which I didn't need that, by the way.
Now that is a breeze. Compared to what I was compelled to endure, this Harry, let me tell you, went in for weird forms of entertainment. His favorite song, for example, was one with his name in it. I'm just wild about Harry. Oh, what he made me do was strip down to my underpants and sing that song to him while doing a stupid little dance.
If you didn't like it, you should have refused.
I was too afraid to. I tried once. And for punishment, my mother unceremoniously lifted me up and put me out on the windowsill. Oh, to this day, I remember shrieking in terror. All I knew then was I never wanted to go to an experience like that again.
Well, then you should have run away like I did.
Where was a preteen like me supposed to go? Funny thing, to this day, I have never forgotten the words to that song or the little dance that went with it. Here's how it went. Hit it, Alex. I'm just wild about Harry, and Harry's wild about me. The heavenly blisses of his ecstasy. Sweet just like chocolate candy, and just like honey from the bee. Oh, I'm just wild about Harry, and he's just wild about me. I'm not doing without, he's just wild about me. Well, that's it. Every word, step by step.
Now I got it! Damn you, who needs this?
Oh, I should make you regret that, you delinquent. Oh, that's what I get for trusting another human being.
Man alive.
Ah, you remind me of that roommate I had until last week.
I waited for what?
He told me he was an
Half an hour?
American Indian. He was even teaching me how to send smoke signals.
Or something.
I discovered
Anybody
he
can
was
show
really a
up.
Macedonian.
And then she comes along.
Oh, I didn't mind that, but I did mind being tricked.
Am I unlucky or what?
So out he went, in short.
I'm Officer Dagovich. What's going on here? Is this man threatening you in any way, Miss or Mrs.?
Miss, yes. Oh, him threatening me? Why would you think that?
All right. Remove that hand from that pocket. Slow and easy. And I mean now.
Oh, he just sprained his wrist bowling, that's all.
Tell me, what the heck are you two doing in a neighborhood like this at this hour? And what's your name, by the way?
Terry Gray, and we were just,
bowling, like I said. That's what we were doing.
You were bowling. Expect me to believe that at this hour?
Well, we were at a friend's house. Right, Terry?
Yep, my friend's house. That's right.
You were bowling in a private house. Is that what you're trying to feed me?
It was in the backyard. They call it lawn bowling. It's very nice.
And then I hurt my wrist. Ow.
Oh, I was right all along, wasn't I?
You said something.
Yes, I said that you're doing the right thing here, and I commend you for it.
Oh, sounds like cock and bull to me. But get moving, and I mean now.
Whatever you say.
Oh, officer, that's a nice piece on your hip.
What was that?
She said goodnight.
It's early morning.
That was close.
What a lousy fibber you are. You didn't fool me for a moment. Aren't you the least bit ashamed?
All the time. But why didn't you give me up when you had the perfect opportunity to?
I don't know. Maybe because I wasn't finished having Hey, don't you want to know what happened to them?
Not really.
Well, Harry was walking down the street one day when, it was a rainy day, and he was followed by his estranged wife, who plunged a carving knife into his neck, slicing right through the umbrella he was holding, sapping his life in seconds. Amanda, who was walking by his side, took off and ran for an hour without looking back once.
Hey, Emma. I haven't eaten in nearly 24 hours, so lay the cash on me.
It won't kill you to go hungry. So, about Amanda, well, she was so impressed by Harry's sudden murder that she completely reformed overnight, becoming a religious fanatic. She was to remain one for the rest of her days. But her newfound faith didn't seem to do anything to make her any less nasty to me. She was more, if anything. In fact, she actually prayed that I would get out of her life the sooner the better, which did not very much for my already low sense of security. You, by the way, have advantages that you really ought to be appreciative of.
Never mind me, okay? And let me just remind you, I can take that stupid bag without any gun. Don't think I can't. That would be a big mistake on your part.
Well, and maybe you think, ingrate, that I was weak from shielding you back there. If you think so, well, you're in for a big surprise. And Amanda, by the way. Well, her religious fanaticism finally did her in. It was at an Easter sunrise service one year that she caught a wicked cold, which progressed to pneumonia. I was not with her when she took her final gasp, incidentally. I was back home fighting with Aunt Henrietta, who had just swiped that coat I told you about.
You know, you'd be a pushover. Why I waited this long, who knows? Come here.
No. Well, you think that I was weak because I shielded you? Well, you're in for a big surprise.
The only one that's gonna be surprised is you when I take that bag, so watch it.
I'm warning you, young man. Permit me to go unmolested. I need to sleep. And not only am I disappointed in you, but I'm dead tired. And should I oversleep tomorrow? Well,
now I got it.
as I said, should I oversleep tomorrow and miss work, I could be in big trouble because I'm already on probation. I could be fined, I could get suspended by those monsters in my office who dare to call themselves my superiors. Oh, they would be very happy to be rid of me. And why? Because I stand up for my rights. And I also...
Enough with the crap. I've had it.
No! No! Sherry. My best friend, Lady Smith. Smith & Wesson, model 125.
Are you crazy? Wow.
7 months ago, Suzuki, my neighbor at the time, sponsored my membership in Muzzle Blasters of America. Known to insiders as MBA. No other gun club offers its members such benefits. You get to go to weekly target practice to keep your skills honed to a fine point. I'm also going next month to the regional shootout in Idaho. And I can get bulletproof vests at half price.
Something like that might come in handy. Like, I might be needing one now.
Not if you behave yourself. So, Cherry, you are going to do exactly what I say, aren't you?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I'm not even hungry anymore, so I won't be needing your money. Aren't you glad?
Okay, well then get up, turn around, and start walking.
Okay, but
But what?
wouldn't it be better if I just, went about my own business?
What business? You told me you're homeless and homeless.
Yes, that's true, but if I go now, you'd be rid of me. What more could you want?
You're coming with me.
You're kidding.
I never kid.
Alright. Well, Emma, where are we going?
You'll find out soon enough. Just walk.
No, I like surprising other people, but I hate them on myself, so could you just tell me, please, where?
You're coming home with me.
Now I
Let's
know
try
you're
to
kidding.
get by.
Now I know you're kidding.
No, I could use help in the afternoons while I'm away all day. That roommate I told you about, the Indian who turned out not to be one, he left a mess you wouldn't believe. I didn't know where to start, so I didn't.
Well, actually, that sounds like an okay deal, but
What now?
just a thought. The gun. Could you put it away?
I'll decide when to do that. You got any other questions? Ask them while you're walking. Come on.
Only out of curiosity, how did you board a plane with a loaded firearm? Isn't that forbidden?
Regretfully, I was not permitted to take it. I had to leave my best friend behind in a rented locker, retrieving it upon my arrival back. I only wish I'd had it at that mortuary.
Be very careful with it, will you?
I'm very well trained, you know. And just so that we're clear from the beginning, what once you are back on your feet and ready to go home where you belong, no questions asked, okay? And when you're told it's time to go, no arguments. You'll just go quietly and thank me. Hit it, Alex.